The NBA trade deadline sent shockwaves through the league, with one of the most notable moves being Kyle Kuzma's trade from the Washington Wizards to the Milwaukee Bucks. This trade brought an end to Kuzma's 3.5-year tenure in Washington, a period marked by both individual growth and team rebuilding. In a twist of fate, the schedule makers had Kuzma returning to Washington just days after the trade, this time donning a Bucks jersey. Kuzma's return to Capital One Arena was met with a mixture of cheers and jeers from the Wizards faithful. Fans acknowledged his contributions to the franchise, but the sting of seeing him in enemy colors was palpable. Kuzma, however, seemed unfazed by the mixed reception, focusing on the task at hand, leading his new team to victory against his former comrades. The game itself was a back-and-forth affair, with neither team able to establish a comfortable lead. Kuzma showcased his scoring prowess, picking his spots effectively and attacking the basket with his trademark tenacity. He connected on a variety of shots, demonstrating the versatility that made him a valuable asset in Washington and a coveted acquisition for Milwaukee. The game remained tight throughout the fourth quarter, with both teams trading baskets and momentum swings. The Wizards, energized by their home crowd and the return of their former teammate, refused to back down. However, the Bucks, despite facing their own set of challenges, displayed the resilience of a championship-contending team. Milwaukee was without several key players, including Bobby Portis, who was suspended, Damian Lillard, who was injured, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who fouled out in just 19 minutes of play. These absences forced the Bucks to rely on their depth and experience, and they responded admirably. Drew Holiday stepped up as a leader on both ends of the court, while Brook Lopez provided a steady presence in the paint. As the clock ticked down, the tension in the arena was palpable. The Wizards, fueled by a late surge from Bradley Beal, had clawed their way back into the game and were within striking distance. However, the Bucks, despite their depleted lineup, made just enough plays down the stretch to secure the victory. The final buzzer sounded, and the scoreboard read 104-101 in favor of the visiting Bucks. The game also marked the debut of Chris Middleton in a Wizards uniform. Traded to Washington in exchange for Kuzma, Middleton was eager to make a strong first impression on his new home crowd. However, his debut was a bittersweet experience as he missed a potential game-tying three-pointer in the final seconds. Middleton had a relatively quiet game overall, struggling to find his rhythm offensively. He admitted after the game that he was still adjusting to his new surroundings and teammates, but expressed confidence that he would eventually find his footing in Washington. Despite the miss, Middleton's presence on the Wizards was undeniable. His veteran leadership and championship experience will be invaluable as the franchise continues its rebuilding process. The Wizards may have lost the game, but Middleton's arrival signals a new chapter in their history. Kuzma's return to Washington as a member of the Bucks was a poignant reminder of the ever-changing landscape of the NBA. Trades, while sometimes necessary for the growth of both teams and players involved, can often be bittersweet affairs. Kuzma handled the situation with grace and professionalism, acknowledging his time in Washington with fondness while embracing his new opportunity in Milwaukee. The game itself, a hard-fought battle that went down to the wire, highlighted the competitive balance in the Eastern Conference. The Bucks, even without several key players, proved why they are considered one of the favorites to win the championship. Meanwhile, the Wizards, despite the loss, showed glimpses of their potential and the promise of their young core. The trade involving Kuzma and Middleton has undoubtedly shaken up the Eastern Conference hierarchy. Stay tuned as these two teams continue their respective journeys, their paths now forever intertwined by this pivotal trade.